Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
And welcome back for the last segment of, as Dennis Fuller says, the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. Hi, I'm Dave Gabbard, been one of your co-hosts for the quickest hour and a half in radio. Got Mr. Gene Smith sitting across from me, other co-host. And like I said, today, special edition, open mic Saturday. Maybe because everybody's deer hunting, while we hadn't got any calls. Understand Stewart said we still got the $25 Avery gift card.
And the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing
1 year subscription of the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News. So if you just have gotten up in the last 15 minutes and tuned us in, hey, Christmas is just around the corner.
That's right. What's that number again?
Number will be 901-274-7979 if you're here local, or 1-800-759-6279.
All right.
Here at Intercom Radio.
I got 10 minutes.
And everything. So,
must be having one within the last 30 days. And
exactly.
Maybe a female,
Yeah, we're hoping, ladies do, step up. As we
I'm
say.
getting more and more ladies in my classes here lately.
Right. And but being in this last segment, talking about the ladies.
Yes.
Next week's show.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. Larry will probably talk about it too if he calls back in. We're gonna have an all-ladies show.
All right.
And hopefully, what I'm interested in, all these ladies in the various segments of outdoors, but hopefully, Jessie Duff. Jessie's been on the program.
Yeah.
Championship, world-class championship pistolero, as I call her.
Yeah.
And Kim Rohde, probably 6-7-time gold medalist or Olympic medalist.
Super.
And
does that tire commercial where he shoots a bow arrow into the tires.
Kim in the Hall of Fame is an excellent trap shooter, skeet shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And then, she'll probably have some archers. I haven't looked at the list to see all the list, but I do know he's trying to get Jessie, trying to get Kim. And hopefully he can hook them up together in the same, which will be a very interesting segment to listen to. But, the ladies, that's, the outdoors, that segment of the population with the ladies it's
growing.
Growing.
It is.
I would say by leaps and bounds, but it's growing. And they are experiencing something that probably several decades ago they wouldn't think about.
Yeah, they had to wear the men's clothes. Now they got the ladies.
And now the industry, has a full line of nothing but, lady outdoor equipment there. So that'll be next week's show. So I'm pretty sure Larry might, if he calls in, he'll give you, talk about it a little bit. But right now we're going to Scott Stengel out there at Stengel Brother Outdoors. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning.
Got the opening day of the 2017 gun deer season going on. And I think we even got maybe Larry on the line. You with us, Larry?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm waiting. I hope to see Scott in a little while. But, Scott, I don't know what's happened. I know it's still early, but this wind is the old Southern expression, booger us up here.
It is windy this morning, Larry.
It is windy, Scott, but I may not kill it on the radio here, and only got a few more minutes, but hope to see you later. And guys, all you people out there listening, if you want to take your deer and make sure that you know that you get your deer, it's going to be aged for 5 days. There's never been a deer processor better than Scott Stengel and those guys out on Highway 64. So go out and visit with him. He'll tell you what he'll do, and what he'll tell you is exactly what he will do, Scott. So I hope that even though I am not going to do this again, it looks like, and it's still on my bucket list. In fact, it's on my wash tub list now. that I'm gonna kill one of these days on the radio. But I guess it's not. You guys go ahead and talk to Scott for a while. And Scott, hope to see you in a little while. Maybe I can kill one in a little while. We've got some deer walking here.
Yeah, at the beginning, I don't know if you heard me at the beginning of the segment. I plugged your at next week's show. I got everybody primed. This all ladies show coming up. And
yes, that's very good, folks. If we try to make all of our shows great, but when you can get a show segment with Jesse Duff and 6-time Olympian Kim Rhodey on at the same time, that's worth just listening to next week's show. But the top female pistol shooter in the world and the top shotgunner in the world, and they've never met, but they've met on the radio.
All right.
And they're going to be talking next week. All 14 women. And Stacy Walker will be in the studio to try to keep Ron Wong and Bill Cooksey and me straight, which is hard to do. But I'm going to let y'all go talk to Scott.
Okay.
And, Scott, I hope to see you in a little while, buddy. I appreciate you.
All right. Well, don't get lost out there, Larry.
Uh-oh.
Let's don't get into that, Scott. Okay. I won't. Bye-bye. Bye.
Yeah, Scott, we were talking at the beginning of the program when me and Gene was talking about the numbers. It's been a strange, deer season so far. Opening day of muzzleloading season, was about as warm as it is out there right now. And looking at the stats across the state, we're down about 3,000 deer. Where we have you seen, what is your count looking like coming in?
Well, our numbers are right on, and I say right on, within 20 of last the good but the kill numbers are bad down, and that's kind of a concern. I don't know if it's just non-hunters or last year at this time the numbers were down, and we're down from that number. So
right. And,
it's a peculiar year.
It is, and I kind of noticed, over the years of, working, going into my 35th year with the agency, the way it is, and way back when and is now, it's like the old saying, a lot of they don't hunger and thirst after them like they used to.
Right.
So that to me that
Right.
kind of has a,
Definitely a different breed of hunter.
Right, and then a lot of the technology has kind of got the best of them. They got the trail cams up, and they're looking at deer, nice deer, and they're sitting there holding out, wanting to take, maybe a nice antlered buck, and they don't really feel like, well, if I shoot a doe, I'm going to mess it up,
Right.
whatever.
Well, they need to shoot. To shoot the does.
That's
so
right.
You know that they need to shoot those does to keep the herd healthy.
And that's why in Unadale that you'll start today 3 antlerless deer a day,
Right.
everything. So so to me, I'd crop my does first, then spend the rest of the season, buck hunting.
Get you some meat.
Well, they eat better. Right? They
Right.
eat a lot better.
Yes, they do.
But I know we've got TWRA crews out and about. Do you have a crew out there at your place today?
Well, we got a straggling crew. We got some students out here so far, but your guys hadn't got out here yet. So I guess they're on their way.
Okay.
Old Damon, he's not going to get up.
Well, the most important thing to remember about Damon and them is, please don't feed them.
Yeah.
Don't feed them.
They're feeding us.
Okay. Yeah. If you feed them, they're kind of like. They're harder to get rid of than a deadbeat brother-in-law or a
stray dog
or a raccoon.
Right. Well, that's why I make Damon cook for us.
Okay. Well, good. And but everything. So, tell our listeners out there where are you located at?
We're at 22675 Highway 64, and that's right at Laconia, Tennessee, for everybody that knows what this area. But we're 4 miles to the east of Summerville on 64 Highway.
Right, kind of up on top of the hill, as I say,
Yes, sir.
But understand everything that, like Larry stressed, when people bring a deer in, you get your own deer.
Yes, sir. That tag stays on that deer from the time it's dropped off at the dock through the cooler and cutting room and into the packaging room.
Okay, well, we sure appreciate you talking to us this morning, Scott. And maybe you'll, won't be able, won't sit around too much today.
Oh, no, we won't be sitting around. there's nothing to sit around. This from now to 1st of February, nobody sits.
Yeah, and probably the deer. When you hear the tales, I always say, when you finally get him processed and in the freezer, the weight goes up 200 pounds, and the yardage you killed him at's another 200 yards. So.
Well, sure, that's just like fishing stories.
Okay. Well, you have
a
safe day out
Good
there,
talking
Scott.
to you guys.
Scott,
All right.
Scott Stengel out, Stengel Brothers Outdoors Processing out there. But hopefully, like I said, it's been a strange opening day and everything.
Really different.
But do we ever give away the Avery?
We haven't.
Okay,
we got maybe another minute or so.
Everybody, we still got a couple of minutes. Still got a $25 Avery gift card, 1 year subscription to the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News. 274-7979 or 800-759-6279. And like Larry was talking about, and we kind of plugged, next week's show is going to be a special show. And I can't wait to talk with him after.
Yeah.
He
lines are just lit up right now.
And,
all right, great.
Hey, they finally woke up at 7:30. So.
Yeah, I saw those girls shoot on TV. They're good.
And, everything.
They're
so
good.
It'll be interesting. That's one show. After they get it, I'll be sure to try to tune in on Saturday to listen to them. So it'll be really unique. So, well, it's almost time.
Yes, it is. It's almost
everything.
Fast
so,
as hour and a half on radio.
Fast as it just seemed like a while ago it was 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we was, waiting to go on the air. But
yeah. Well, what's on your agenda? You got anything coming up?
And just next meetings, a lot of meetings. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
And everything. So, but hopefully, the duck season's coming up. Of course, after Thanksgiving, next week we got the first 2-day opener, and then it'll shut down for a week, and then December the 2nd, it'll open up, back up, and go to the last Sunday in January, what we call our late and straight season. So hopefully it'll be a pretty good season. I've been tuning up my black powder shotgun.
All right,
and everything. Changed powder a little bit and everything. A buddy of mine told me about. So going down to, I used to shoot 2F in it all the time. I'm going to try some 1F this year.
Okay.
He said he
that's
got better.
finer, right?
No, it's a little coarser.
A little coarser, okay.
He said he got better patterns out of his shotgun with 1F. So, but that's something I want to do maybe one of these days, coordinate, is up at the blind. I want to have an all-black powder hunt.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
I think
cool.
that would be fun if I could round
It'd
up.
be interesting to see all that smoke.
Enough black powder shotguns to do it. I think that would be, a lot of fun. But
well, actually, in between shots, the ducks will probably come back in because not everybody's shooting all the time.
But it's a lot of fun to take them with that. Especially when I got kids in the blind. They go, how do you hit them things with that? And I said, well, what do you think they were shooting them with before, before what you're using? So,
just one quick update. Congratulations to Brad Webb for the Avery Prize. If anyone wants the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing, if they can call in right now, I'll get their information to the first person that calls, and you will have the subscription.
Okay, well.
All right.
We've had a pleasure. It's been a pleasure with Brother Darrell and myself.
Yes, sir. Another great show.
Like Larry always closes out the show. Doesn't cost an extra cent. Be a good sport. And God bless the USA.
Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis.